Good morning, students. Today's class is for BPA second year students, and today we will discuss the subject called business environment and business law. Dear students, if you remember in the last class, we were discussing the various importance of business. Some of the points we were already discussed. Some more points was left. In this class, we will complete the remaining portion of the important topic called importance of business. So let's start the importance of business. I think we have completed 3 points. So today we will start from point number 4 onwards. Employment generation. Employment generation. Another important aspect of business is that every business, irrespective of the service sector, irrespective of the manufacturing sector, irrespective of the BPOs, irrespective of the KPOs. BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing and KPO stands for Knowledge Process Outsourcing. So whatever may be the type of business, one of the, what you can say, inherent aspect of business is that every business activity is going to create certain amount of employment opportunities. Certain amount of employment opportunities. No doubt, the owners of the business are getting the profit. Fine, agree with you, no doubt about that. But apart from that, the businessman simultaneously provides, apart from doing the business, simultaneously also create huge amount of employment opportunities for the employees, for the managers, for the workers. Because you should know, in every company there are certain level of workers. If we talk about the various levels, there are 3 levels, that is top level, middle level and lower level. In the top level, the CEOs and directors will be there. In the middle level, there will be the middle level managers, clerical staff, account staff, cashier, supervisors, etc. On the lower level department, there is also certain posts called workers, who are the physical workers or laborers. There is attendant, there is supervisor. Middleman or middle level supervisor and lower level supervisor are 2 different things. So various persons are getting various types of jobs according to their quality and capability. So business always creates employment opportunities. What does it result? We know that every business creates employment opportunities. We have understood that. Fine. But what will be your impact on the society? Remember, if there is proper amount of employment in the society, then remember, the country's economic growth, which we have discussed in point number 1, importance of business, point number 1, क्या था? इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री. सो कमिंग टू दिस पॉइंट, व्हेन in the society there is ample amount of employment opportunities is there, then that particular country's economic development will be very higher. That particular country's economic development will be very good because the country is able to provide good amount of employment opportunities for its employees, for its citizens. So business, by doing this, not only provides various employment opportunities to its workers, but also simultaneously or indirectly it also lead to economic development of the country. Right? This is all about employment generation. Next point. Earning of under earning of foreign currency, every business indirectly helps in earning the foreign currencies. It means when we make the business, the amount of foreign currency always increases, because dear students, you should know there are in today's business world there is the concept for FDI, that is foreign direct investment. India is now hugely getting funds from various other countries across the world with the help of FDIs, that is foreign direct investment. So when other countries makes direct investments in our country, so the foreign currency or the amount of foreign currency automatically comes to India. So what does it indicate? See, if the amount of foreign currency increases in the country, then it will lead to development of the country, because India will be no longer depends upon the World Bank whenever the question of foreign currency arises. On the other hand, India will be able to meet the foreign currency requirement. It will not depend upon, or it will no longer require to depend upon the World Banks for getting those foreign currencies. So the earning of foreign currency is automatically achievable with the help of business activities. All those things will be done only because there is the concept of business. One thing, all the transactions, that is earning of foreign currency, the dealing of foreign currency is always done with the help of Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank of India. Remember the term Exim Bank. Exim Bank. that is Export Import Bank for India. This bank facilitates the or makes the dealings of foreign currencies. So as far as earning of foreign currencies is concerned, with the help of business, the country is about to get, or it will be able to get a huge amount of foreign currency, due to which, again, coming to the point number 1, the economic development of the particular country will also be very high. This is all about point number 5. Increase in the quality of life, very important point. With the help of business, as the name suggests, increase in the quality of life, the point itself tells us everything. So with the help of business, the quality of life, the standard of living of the people automatically increases. What I use the word standard of living. The standard of living of the people in the country automatically increases with the concept of a business. Why? Because business lead to growth and expansion, business lead to increase in the profit, business lead to maximization of profit. So the end result is, with the help of business, the income level of the consumers increases. The income level of the businessman increases. So the businessman is earning the money. If we discuss the point, or if we divide the point in 2 different segments, that will be much better. First part, let's talk about the businessman. If the businessman is doing the business quite well, then he or she will be definitely going to get a huge amount of money. So the businessman का quality of life improve होगा. The businessman's quality of life also increases. If we talk about the consumers, the other part, the other aspect of the point, so the general consumers is also able to get the desired product or desired goods or desired services, then their quality of life which also increases. Take one practical example for better understanding how with the help of a business, how the quality of life of the consumer increases. Take the example of service sector, because you should know business includes service sector also. Take the example of the persons living in Parampur as compared to a person living in a rural village. If due to some reason we are having any disease, or we are suffered from any disease and we are living in Brahmapur, so the quality of doctor services that we will get in Brahmapur will be definitely not possible in the case of rural villages. If the persons living in the rural villages again suffers from any particular disease, so their doctor services will be much lower as compared to the quality of doctors that we avail by living in Brahmapur. Definitely it will be uncomparable, because in Brahmapur there are various specialist doctors for special diseases or for different diseases. Whereas if we take the example of rural sector or rural villages, there will be only one doctor. We can say he or she will be the all-rounder. Whatever may be the type of disease, he will simply give you certain prescriptions and accordingly you will take the medicine. But there is no certainty or no guarantee that your disease will be cured or you are getting the right treatment in the appropriate manner. So with the help of business, since in Brahmapur a lot of doctors are availing or are providing the doctor services or medicine services or medical services, so the quality of life of the persons, those who are living in Brahmapur, will be automatically high. Why this is possible? Because the number of doctors or the number of service sector units, because private clinics are also coming under business. So the number of business or the number of service units is much higher. So from the example, it is quite clear that when the business level increases, when the number of business increases, both manufacturing sector as well as service units, when the amount of services increases in the country, the quality of the consumers will be definitely higher. On the other hand, the quality of the businessman, it means the quality of the doctor in that example will be definitely higher because they are going to get huge amount of money. So business always increases both for the businessman as well as for the consumers. Both from business point of view as well as consumers point of view, with the help of business, we will be able to achieve a better quality life. This is all about point number 6. Point number 7. Increase in the government revenue. Increase in the government's revenue. What does this mean? See, with the help of business, more will be the business, more will be the service tax. But nowadays it is called GST, goods and services tax, because the concept of GST is one nation, one tax. One nation, one tax. Earlier there was different kinds of taxes. Earlier, prior to GST, there are different kinds of taxes like income tax, wealth tax, central excise tax, customs duty tax, VAT, value-added tax. But nowadays there is only one tax, that is GST, goods and services tax. And the motto is, the basic theme is one nation, one tax. That is goods and services tax. So more will be the amount of business, more will be the amount of GST as far as government is concerned. So from the sentence, you will be able to know if the amount of business increases, then the amount of GST also increases. Automatically, the government revenue also increases. Very simple point. When the business is able to expand its operations or expand its branches across the country, so for each unit or for each branch, the business is going to pay the GST to the respective government, maybe central government or state government. The kind of business the businessman is pursuing depends upon that. So irrespective of the central government's revenue or state government's revenue, if the number of business will be more in the country, then the amount of GST will be definitely higher, which again automatically lead to increasing the government revenue. Once the government increases its revenue, or if we talk about this particular point's impact on the society, so once the government will be able to increase its revenue, then again the persons living in the country will definitely going to enjoy a better life. Why? Because government never tax anything with him or anything with the government. Rather, government also always try to provide various services to the persons living in the society or to the persons living in the country. गवर्नमेंट अपने पास कुछ भी नहीं रखेगा, जो भी उसको टैक्स या रेवेन्यू के दौरान मिलता है वो सारे के सारे अमाउंट को खर्च कर लेगा हमारे बेटरमेंट ऑफ सोसाइटी के लिए. मे बी डिफरेंट प्लान्स, मे बी डिफरेंट पॉलिसीज, ये सब कुछ वो प्लान करेगा. सो वंस द गवर्नमेंट रेवेन्यू इंक्रीजेस, the people living in the society will automatically going to get a better services or good services so far as the government is concerned, because government always try to increase our quality of life. For this purpose he may increase the transportation, he may increase the other sectors of the society so that we will enjoy a better life. So once the business is able to expand its operations, then the government revenue will be much higher, or the society will automatically going to get a very good services from the government. Fulfillment of human wants. Next point number 8 is fulfillment of human wants. Dear students, human wants is always unlimited in nature. Human wants is always unlimited in nature. We cannot satisfy all the human beings at a time. But the importance of business has been designed in such a manner that the quality of life of the persons always increases, as we discussed in the previous point. So the human wants or the fulfillment of a human want automatically increases with the help of a business, because with the help of a business the rational consumers in the society always going to get their desired goods or services with the help of business, maybe getting of services or maybe availing of services. As I given the example of a doctors in the Barampur or doctory services in the Barampur. So the persons living in the society will be definitely going to receive their desired goods as well as services with the help of a business. So business always directed or always try to achieve the huge human wants of the people, or he always try to satisfy the human wants, even though the human wants are very unlimited. But still business always try to provide quality services, quality products to the persons living in the society. So once the persons living in the society will be able to get the desired goods or desired services, so their wants will be automatically satisfied. So all these things will be possible only because the concept of business is there. So the importance of business also create good amount of or satisfaction of human wants in the society, or of the human wants of the society. So the persons living in the society automatically going to get huge amount of services with the concept of business. So in this manner business also fulfills the human wants. creation of innovative methods. Nowadays, modern business is always directed towards various innovative techniques of production. Maybe innovative machineries, innovative tools, innovative ideas and thoughts of the managers. So nowadays, the concept of business is always directed towards innovations or innovation of different policies. Take the example of the JCB machines that we are using right now for various purposes. Various purposes. If there was not that particular kind of JCB machine, then remember, no doubt, number of laborers required will be very high, but the time required for completing the work will be definitely much higher. So with the introduction of modern innovative machine called JCB machine, the number of laborers will be definitely reduced to a huge extent, as well as the time required for completing the project or for completing the work is again reduced to a huge extent. This is the case of machines. Then innovative ideas and thoughts. If the managers use their innovative thoughts and ideas for completing the project or for getting the things done, then the quality of services will be much better, because the managers are using various innovative ideas or innovative thinking, so they always thinks for the business. So the innovative ideas, innovative thoughts will be there. So business nowadays, the importance of business also extended to creation of various innovative ideas. Innovative means new. The word innovative means nothing but called as new. New ideas, maybe machineries, or ideas and thoughts. Maybe modern equipments, so modern machinery, modern tools, modern equipment, as well as along with that modern ideas and thoughts always plays a major role for creating various innovative methods and ideas. So this is all about creation of innovative methods. So the importance of business, we must say, is very wide, very longer, and we cannot forgive the importance of business. So this is all about the importance of business. Thank you, students. That's it for today's class.